Hello, welcome to this presentation. Today I'm going to walk you through this simple bridge you're seeing here. On this bridge I will show you how all these parts you're seeing here, how each and every part came about and a reason why it is actually taking a curved shape here. I'll show you all that, and the key part is how to create the drawings and customizing your drawings to your preference. Let's get started here. Now on this bridge, if you now take a closer look on it, I want to turn it about that spot. You'll see that this end is taking a curved shape. Reason being, the bridge is at it is the bridge terminates two roads between this end and this end, and it is in a curved position. Now we have to follow the direction of the road right from this end to that end. Now this is the reason why at this end we have a curved shape, and mostly this is a walkway side of the bridge, and that is also a walkway, though it's shorter. Now the walkway will extend a bit 1 meter inward, and also from this end 1 meter. Now the rest is left for the passage of vehicles and all that. Now this bridge, if you take a look, is not actually, the beams are not in the same level. If you go below the abutment, you'll see I have placed these steps. This was my reference level. They vary from, let me just show you the distance from my 0 level. From that 0 level, I elevated this from that spot to this spot by 86 millimeter. I also elevated this from this spot to that spot, 87 millimeter, and also right on top of 87 millimeter, I elevated on right up by 88 millimeter. Now if you add all this, this beam is far much higher than this by 86 plus 87 plus 88. It's a bit higher. Now the final one is this. I can show you the distance from that spot to that spot. It's 88. Now these heights on this side of the abutment, they are different with the heights at the other end of the abutment. On this side of the abutment, you find on that 0 level, the beam ran the same from that end to that end. Now the height of this and that don't vary, they are on the same height. Now if I come here, I'll show you from that end to this end. I have 96. This beam runs to the other end where my step is elevated at 86. Now our bridge is elevated, and and on a curved position, so it needs proper tension while doing this. Now I'll show you briefly how this is done, how I came about this curve. I got the center point of this circle. I got the center point, the center of this circle, and the center of this circle, and after getting the centers of these two circles, I made one of these, and I arrayed. I gave it a radial. I used a rad, this command here, radial array tool, to populate all these around this, though it will populate around all the circle, and that the extra you don't need, just delete and remain with the one that are located along the beam. Same I did on this side. I populated using the array tool. Now the distance from the outermost beam depends on the length of your walkway, but depending on my design, the length of my walkway is 1.6. Same to here, though it is intruding towards the interior side of the main deck. Now that's it, and I'll come up with the proper details of how, I mean, starting from the scratch of this bridge deck. Just take a look at the joints I made there. There you are. If we go to plan view of this, you see the abutments are taking different angles. These shapes are dictated by the shape or the direction of the roads, which have been terminated, which has been intercepted in between by this river. Now we are bridging both roads by this bridge, but we have to follow the shape of the road, or I mean the profile of the road. It takes a curve like that. Now add also, if you take a look here, one side of the beam I made a full height of 1100 because we don't require a lot of wastage of the beam, since they are sold in 12 meters length. Now we just chop off it to 11,800, then the remaining takes the rest, and we alternate the placement of these beams. Now this side I started with 11,800, and from this side 11,800 I alternated to this side by 11,800 also, and also I alternated this side also by 11,800. Same to this, same to this. I did just an alternation. That's my own design, and if you can do that, you can use either full length 12 meters, but which is not really recommended, but it still works. But this was my approach. Now let's go to a full 3D of this. These are my main bracings that supports main girders for this bridge. The joining of the two beams, we'll do it by weld. The flange and the web plates will be used on every joint. Perfect. This is a simple way to do. This bridge is so simple, and I think if you can go through all the videos in this channel, you can do this. And if you take a look on the previous bridge, part 1 we did about bridge deck, you'll have to get some information, and more of this I'll upload or do a video that describing that will take you from scratch on how I created this bridge deck to the final stage. Now if you take a look on top here, you can see the steps where each and every beam lands on. This was my reference, and this came about using the coordinates. Coordinates are the one that describes all these heights. Okay, we'll go straight away on the drawing creation. On the drawing creation, after doing your model, though I haven't completed it completely, I have to do some bit of it before we subject it to some analysis and discussion. Now, right from here, I had generated drawings from this model. Now, to take a look, I'll take you through those drawings. I'll go to drawing reports and go to drawing list there. I'll make this bigger. Now, from the drawing list, if I pick one of these, I'll double click on that and give it time to load and minimize this. You'll see one of the beams created, with every part attached to that beam will be placed here. Now you can see this shop material for one beam, that M4 is here. This M4, I will show you also in the plan, is labeled M4. So every part attached to M4, to this beam described as LM4, every part attached to it will be placed on this table here, this material is table. Now the total weight that attach itself to this beam will have this 3.6 tons. Everything is here, but there's some bit of it that you need to just to comb. You'll need a little bit of combing of a drawing. You can't just do it and print it straight away. You have to just do some customization on your drawing. Maybe you want these studs to present them to be presented in a different way. You can double click on the studs and come here and maybe give that symbol. Maybe you prefer that symbol, or you prefer exact solids. It's upon you. You can use symbol that will take you to the first presentation and press OK. Now if you take a look at the beam, you'll see some sectioning. We have section AA, we have section CC, we have section BB, we have all these description. If you take a look at F3 and go to the table, you'll see an F3 is here. How many are they? There are two, top and the bottom one. Perfect. Everything will be shown there. Now if you come to these Gazette plates here, especially at section AA, you will see, you come at section AA here, you'll be able to see these Gazette plates that reinforce, that helps in reinforcement of the beam in conjunction with the bracings. Now these are the Gazette plates. Now it will give you a view, assuming that the Gazette plates and the bracings are not there. That's now the section CC. The section CC now will give you only the beam and the the studs on top of the beam. Now if you come to B will show you another position where bracings and gusset plates has been placed. Here they are. That is BB, perfectly done and well dimensioned and well described. If you take a look at F21 and we walk straight to the table, you'll see F21 is there and there too, which means F21 we have 1 and 2. Perfect. This is the list for that beam. Now I'll go back to the list and double click on another one. I'll click yes and wait for the drawing to load. I'll minimize that and make this bigger. Now if you zoom this, you'll find this has been labeled M6 with everything that I explained in the everything that I explained previously. Every part is here. I'll minimize that and go to the next step where I'll try to show you a plan view of that bridge. The plan view of this bridge is here. It is here. Now we have the M6, we have the M5, we have that part there, though is not coming out clearly because we have all these indicated. Now to check that, we just click on the beam, right click and add that, double click on that and remove it. We need part position and click modify. Will show you it's actually M2. You'll apply that and accept. The same thing this side. You just go there and add, and you want part position, just click that. That's M1, M2, and we have M3 and M4, M5 and M6, and all that. All the dimensions are here, and I also tried to cut across the bridge, and I got these sectioning, but these you'll comb it and make it more presentable than this. Now I'll take you through again another part. These are all drawings for the bridge. There are 57 here. All the parts are here. Everything that you want for the bridge is here. Now I'll check on that, double click and click yes. I'll minimize that and I'll be able to see that, which is similar to what I described before. Now let's move down here. I'll click on M1, which is standard. This one will give us a beam without, this will give us beam without the studs and without the gusset plate attached, but described but included in the material list. Now I'll take you down here. I'll double click on that and check which drawing is that. You'll be able to see part of this. I walk you down there and I'll show you part of that. All the drawings have been placed in this. Maybe you want to change the presentation of that, you can give it symbol to modify and accept. Perfect. I'll save that and go down here, come to B2. You'll be able to see the bracing here, well labeled. And again, you can export this to AutoCAD or to DWG. Having opened a drawing like this, you just come to this end, click on it, go to export drawings. This export drawings dialog box will come, and under export file, make sure you uncheck everything here, and under this drop down arrow we have DWXF and we have DWG. Select DWG, go to layers option, uncheck everything here and use standard. Go to option, uncheck everything here, use drawing scale 1:1, and check everything, and leave this to line type mapping XML, and also leave that, and just go ahead and click export. After giving a name, giving a name to your model, you just click export. The drawing will be exported to AutoCAD format. Just go ahead and close that. And now to find the drawing that we've just exported to DWG or AutoCAD, you'll come to a folder of this bridge. I'll come to that folder under TEKLA Structures model. I'll double click and I'll look for this folder down here. I'll just zoom down, I'll just scroll down, and I'll be able to find it down here. I'll double click that, then I'll come to plot files. I'll double click and look for GG. Our GG is here. Double click on that and open that in AutoCAD. The AutoCAD will open. Now, you find some people are more comfortable in manipulating their drawings and customizing, they putting what they want in AutoCAD. Or if you want to convert it into AutoCAD and share it with somebody who is not familiar with TEKLA structures, this is the best way. Do all the drawings and convert them or export them to AutoCAD for you to be able to share it with everyone who is conversant with the AutoCAD and not familiar with TEKLA structures. This is what you do. Let it load. Just click continue, and this is it. This is the drawing in AutoCAD format. This is the drawing. Now, once and because we've talked of AutoCAD, I'll show you one that I exported and I shared with friends, and where I did it to the final end. I'll just go back to where we were before and click bracings. I'll click on bracings. I'll click on that. This is actually what I exported to AutoCAD, and I tried to customize it and to make it more friendly to anybody who to avoid more questions about this. You know, if you give all the details about on the drawing, you avoid so many questions. So whoever is using this drawing will never ever come to you with so many questions. So you give it or customize it to almost a foolproof. Everybody who is familiar with drawings will be able to understand. Now, on that, if you take a look, if I take you back to the model, I'll close that. I'll close this to take me through the model. Now, if you take a look on this model, we have bracings here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5, 5. There's so many bracings. Take you back to AutoCAD and you'll be able to see that we have 22 of them required. We have 22. We have 22 of these. We have 22 of that. We have 22 of this. And we have so many parts of that. Well done in, customized, and they have been customized further in AutoCAD. This is now the environment where most of people are comfortable in. Now, and you have to do that if you're doing a drawing. You should not be that greedy, that anybody who is not familiar with TEKLA structure cannot handle your drawings. Convert everything to AutoCAD or DWG format. That's the best. Like this now, anyone can access, and I can send it to anyone who is not familiar with TEKLA structures. Let's go back to TEKLA structures and switch back to our drawing list. Here have drawing list here, so many of them. I'll double click on that and check what is inside. I'll minimize and I'll see I have a plate here. I have a plate here, and I don't have a title block. I'll just double click on that because I already placed the title block. I'll come to layout and click on that. I'll pick A0 and I'll pick specify size, and I'll pick A0 here and go straight away and modify, and you'll see my title block coming up there, and this is it. That is the plate, the size, and the weight. Perfect. I'll close this and say yes to all the changes. Therefore, I think you've learned something, and what I've demonstrated is so interesting, and wait for the upload for the full bridge from scratch to the final end on the next presentation. I'm your presenter, Maurice Dimba, and I would like to say bye-bye and continue watching these videos on this channel for more videos to come. Thank you and bye-bye.